What a day for Arsenal, and indeed for Bukayo Saka. 50 Arsenal goals in his career. He's into double figures in the Premier League as well. So many outstanding performers. Bukayo Saka and the captain, Martin Ødegaard, are ready to talk to us.
Well, congratulations on the result. What a performance. I mean, away days don't get much better than that, do they, Martin?
Yeah, brilliant performance. I think from start to end we dominated, controlled everything, and today we were really sharp in front of goal as well. So, yeah, very good performance.
Yes, very sharp. Did you sense the opportunity, Bukayo, to cause a bit of damage this afternoon with the way that those goals, assists just kept flowing?
Yeah, definitely. I think we were 4-0 up in the first half and we could have scored many more, including myself. So, yeah, I think we smelt blood today and we went for the kill. We did really well to score more and, yeah, we're happy.
With the goals you have scored, it does take you past the 50 mark for Arsenal, as I'm sure that you are aware. Oh, perhaps not. Do you allow yourself time to kind of take in these milestones? I appreciate there is still work to do this season.
To be honest, I'm really happy to achieve that, but I'm not sure I can be happy today. I missed some chances that I feel I could have scored, but obviously it's a great achievement, so I'm proud of that.
After last weekend, you'll know the importance of following it up today, but to do it like that, in that style, how pleased are you?
Yeah, very happy and proud of the team. I think coming from a big game, a big win, and yeah, backing it up today with another great performance. As I said, really sharp in front of goals. I think that's what we've been missing a little bit the last few weeks, and today we really show that quality we have, and yeah, very, very, very happy.
And what signal are you hoping that it sends to the other teams in the title race?
No, we're focusing on ourselves and what we do every day, and yeah, we don't care too much about the other teams. We focus on ourselves, we keep working hard, and yeah, good win, and we move on.
Well, congratulations on a great team performance. But Martin, if you wouldn't mind doing the honours, Bukayo, you are our player of the match. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Just waiting for the hat-trick spot.
Thank you, my captain.
Well done.
Player of the match trophy and 50 Arsenal goals. I mean, goodness me, look at those match stats. West Ham touched the ball in Arsenal's penalty area just 7 times compared to 46. 5 shots compared to 25. 1 shot on target in the entire game for West Ham, who covered less than 10 kilometres during the game as well. Arsenal dominating from start to finish. So let's have a look at some of the clinical strikes. And the set-piece specialists were at it again right from the start.
Yeah, I mean, this is an area that they've been outstanding. It was interesting, that interview, wasn't it? Just to see the experience of last year, I think, is with these players now. And they just kept on putting balls into that area. There was 2 or 3 before this, good quality. Those 2 central defenders are awesome in the air. A really good ball from Trossard. He makes this one, Saka. Maybe I'm a bit surprised to see the keeper stay on, but didn't make any difference in the end. And Arsenal then just put this one away. And Saka just, didn't show any pressure at all. They're really up for this. Again, look, we're back to another great ball in. Shocking defending, by the way. Let's not get into that. The goalkeeper, it's really poor there, isn't he, Paul?
Yeah, he is, yeah. Look, going back to this, to Saka, I thought, look, Arsenal didn't score for 32 minutes, but for them 32 minutes, he was by far and away the biggest threat for Arsenal down that right-hand side. And Trossard as well, I thought he was really good. Obviously made the goal for Saka from the penalty spot, and fantastic goal there, great feet, and opens himself up to bend it into that top corner.
And then this was just like he was in his own back garden. The time, the space, and just buries it. And I think West Ham, it was worrying, obviously, the fans had given up and left the stadium, a lot of them at half-time, and so did some of the players. And this one was Declan, I think, really, what about this for a finish? I mean, he is a top player, worth every penny of that £105 million that they spent for him. He just keeps getting better and better for me.
Yeah, his only shot, but it was some shot, a couple of assists in there as well, but no celebration against his former club.
No, I'm scoring a goal like that, I'm celebrating. Martin? I don't care who it's against.
Well, I play for a big club, so I wouldn't really want to do that going back to Arsenal.
Right.
Are we doing Manchester United today?
Sorry about West Ham. You said a big club, didn't you?
No, I think that's
you suggesting West Ham aren't a big club, Martin?
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I got
I'm
from that.
suggesting Man United weren't a big club.
Talking about Arsenal,
of course, I was only joking.
Clarification.
Did you score a goal for Arsenal?
I wouldn't have had that problem, would I, really, to worry about celebrating. No, I get it now. It shows respect. He's going back to his old club. He's won a trophy there, hasn't he, as he exited the club. That was his sign-off. He's going back there. So just, we just keep it in. Keep it in.
Well, you've
You
scored a goal for your
club. You celebrated at Old
Of
Trafford.
course I would.
It's very difficult for you because you didn't play against United, did you?
No, but if I had scored against anybody, I'd have celebrated.
What,
Against
after
anybody.
15, 18 years
He's at
Man
a club
United?
now where he's trying to win the league. Scored a great goal.
After 11 Premier League trophies that you won, you go back there and celebrate.
Yes.
Okay.
Even in Soccer Aid?
Did you? Okay.
Let's not talk about the knee injury.
did my cruise
What
shit.
kind of statement is that? To, Liverpool and then 6 of the best at West Ham.
I just felt this time, people talk about experience and gone the course. I mean, you were just saying there about Paul winning this, 11 times. You have to be in that race. And I know that Arsenal haven't won it, but they weren't a lot last year. And they switched off at times. And now they're not. They're in the zone. You could see that at the start of the game. The players were really focused. You heard that in the interview, the things they're saying afterwards. It's all the right things, but the performance is the most important thing. And that was emphatic today. Sends a real message out to Man City and Liverpool. They know now that Arsenal are in this race.
And West Ham finally 7 without a win in all competitions now.
Yeah, they're struggling, aren't they? They're still in a good enough position in the league, a position you'd expect them to be in, but at some point they've got to start winning some games.
OK. Yeah.
Don't take anything away from Manchester United. They're on the way back.
I'll let you two reminisce while we hear from the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta.
Well, Mikel, big smile on your face as you walked in the room here. How do you describe the performance from your players this afternoon?
Yes, extremely happy. The way we performed, the way we played, and obviously such a big score as well in a really difficult place. It tells a lot about how well the boys played today.
Yeah, you said to us pre-match how important it was that you backed up last weekend's result. But to do it in a record-breaking way, to have your biggest ever away Premier League win, how pleasing is that to make that kind of statement?
Yeah, that's a lot. So obviously, it's great to make history, and especially the way we've done it and the way we play. But we're in a good moment, and when you have good moments, you have to build and maintain that momentum. And the team from the beginning looked really sharp, really willing, with a lot of purpose to help them. And obviously, we had to put right the last 2 results against them, and it was a good motivation, I think, as well for the boys.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of players out there had a bit of a point to prove. Bukayo Saka's goal, taking him past the 50 mark today. How deserving is he of reaching that milestone?
Yeah, when you talk about consistency at his age, there are 2 words that normally they don't go together. And what he's done in the last 2 or 3 seasons is remarkable. His attitude, his quality, and what he delivers every week is very difficult to find. But that's why it's so important.
Yeah, youngest to 50 goals for Arsenal since Frank Stapleton in the 70s. And, as you can see, level on points with Manchester City, 2 off the leaders, Liverpool. A statement couple of weekends for Arsenal right in this title race.
To be fair, the winter break couldn't have come sooner for Arsenal. And the work they've spent, actually, and it's difficult when you're doing set pieces, and I think it helps, doesn't it, in warm weather training camp they went to. They've re-emphasised all the basics, all the movements, the delivery. They changed the delivery. They put Declan Rice on the delivery from that left-hand side. Formerly it was Martinelli, and then you've seen the change. You've seen they've gone through to another gear. But that first game back against Palace, they scored 2 goals from set plays. I think it settled down the group, and now they're scoring goals for fun again. But they've got to keep this going because Man City are setting a really high standard. Liverpool are there as well, but there's more character now. It feels like that experience of last year has helped Arsenal. It was in their minds that it went wrong at April when they played West Ham and they were 2 up and they threw it away. They certainly weren't going to do that today. Absolutely.
The other side of the story, though, is West Ham's heaviest home defeat in the Premier League era. Here's what their manager thinks of it. David Moyes.
Well, David, is that up there with one of your most disappointing days in charge of West Ham?
Yeah, it certainly is. One of those days which you don't want to happen very often, and it happened today.
With those 4 first-half goals, 3 of those coming inside 6 minutes, how do you explain that collapse from the players?
Very difficult. It's not been like my teams in the past. I don't think it's been like any of my teams here at West Ham. So I'll take a bit of time, look at it, see if I can fix it. And, I take the responsibility. I pick the team, but the players have to take responsibility. If you're not fronting up, not tackling, not turning your back, or not winning headers, etc., all those things are part of your job.
How concerning is it to be lacking in those departments you've just mentioned, I suppose, in a game where there's still so much on the line, fighting for those European places? It's a London derby.
Yeah, well, look, it's really important that we do those jobs really well. We'll always try to be as good, well organised as we possibly can be. Arsenal were very good. We mustn't take that away. They were very good today. We weren't good.
There were fans that started to leave the stadium at around half-time. Are you understanding it and accepting of that?
Yeah, I'm a football supporter, so I understand that totally, yeah.
And I suppose going into this game today, with the winless run that the team have been on so far in 2024, there are points that have punctuated that. But today's performance, do you now have overarching concerns about the general direction that the club is heading in so far this year?
No, I don't think the direction the club's heading in is the wrong direction. If anything, it's grown greatly from when we came in and we were fighting relegation. We're not fighting relegation today. We're playing probably one of the top teams in the country, who we took 3 points off a bit earlier in the season. And so I have to say that, no, the club's in a really good place.
Well, you can tell that he is hurting. As you say, not many David Moyes teams lose 6-0. Is he right to put a bit on the players there, that the players have to do their job and take responsibility?
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, I think the club as a whole, the staff, the manager, the players, they all have to take a bit of it. It's just so surprising for a David Moyes team, because whenever I played against a David Moyes team, it was hard. It was difficult. They were always well organised, tactically very sound, whether they do sit all the men behind the ball and not really try and score a goal and play on the counter-attack. But today, for some reason, they seemed not all over the place. It just lacked energy today. They looked like a tired team. They couldn't get to the ball. And as he said there, you've got to give Arsenal credit, because in this league, in the Premier League, playing against the top teams, that can happen. Look at it happened to Manchester United last year. You think of going to Anfield and losing 7 and 6 at Manchester City. So it can happen against the better teams. So, look, I think it'll be a difficult few days at the training ground this week. There'll be some horror videos, I'm sure, that the players will be dreading to watch. And look, he's an experienced manager. He's had disappointment before. I'm sure he'll get over it quite quickly and be ready for next week.
That's how they respond, is it?
Well, look, he talked a lot about basics. He talked about how good that Arsenal were, and but they weren't good at all. I think he's a man who works hard. He bases his management, that sort of blueprint. First thing we do, we work hard. I didn't see that today. I didn't see people working hard enough. I know the fans kind of voted, didn't they, with their feet and left. And some of the players might as well have stayed in the dressing room. So he'd have been hurt by that, but he'll get back to work quickly. As I say, they've won 10 games coming into this. 11 only wins last season. They're way ahead of they were this time last year. He's making progress. There's players out injured. Every team can say that, but pretty well he'll get it back, the show back on the road. There's talk of a new 2.5-year contract, but there'll always be that division with the fans because they want more, and that's the demands of the football club. You know that goes with the territory when you take that job.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, West Ham's a tricky job for any manager. I think they are. One minute they're up here, the next minute they're down there, so you never really know. But David Moyes is a great experienced manager. As I say, difficult few days at the training ground this week, and I'm sure there'll be a few home truths. It was disappointing with his team today, very surprising, and I don't think there'll be anyone more surprised than he was by the performance he got today. But as I say, it can happen. Arsenal, give Arsenal credit today. I thought they were fantastic in everything they did.
They were indeed. I know you two were off to reminisce about the 99 Cup semi-final replay, so we'll let you go. Great to see you, Martin and Paul, both smiling because both of their former clubs did their job, and in United's case, just in the end. But certainly Arsenal and Manchester United got the 3 points they wanted and needed to keep their own respective European aspirations alive. From the three of us, we'll see you next time. Take care.
Thoughts on Arsenal's thrashing of West Ham 6-0. Arsenal were quite impressive in the match overall. They were very united and methodical in the game. Even more amazing is the 6 goals they scored were shared between 5 players, namely Saliba, Gabriel, Trossard, Rice and a brace from Saka. Although they could have scored a few more goals if they are even more clinical with their chances, they have laid down a solid marker here regarding the 3-horse race between them and Liverpool and Manchester City. They look like a homogeneous group, fighting for the manager and for the club and fans as one unit. Coming from a big hit by beating league leaders Liverpool just last week, they look like a new team who will not wilt at the last stages of the season like they did last year. West Ham, on the other hand, without the creative midfielder Paqueta, look lost. They do not play like the team that beat Arsenal 2-0 in the reverse fixture on the 29th of December last year. Surprising that a David Moyes team could look fatigued, although it is also because of Arsenal's relentless pressure. Especially the reality of losing with such a huge margin. It is not that depressing though, seeing as West Ham are still in the 8th position in the Premier League.